Greetings, ladies and gentlemen of the freaking internet. Oh, yeah, this is the Fat White Knight, as always, coming to you from another episode here in our hardcore world. Totemless, of course. And today we've got a lot of roofs to build, a lot of lights to get underway. A lot of little tasks and stuff to do, as we always do. It's going to be a fun time, going to be a lot to get going, and, we're just going to full freaking send it. So, without any further ado, let's get into it. So, we are building some freaking houses because that's what we do here now. We're trying to get all of our roofs kitted out, finished, and, well, not finished, but at least have a roof on them because 99.99% of our buildings, guess what, did not have a freaking roof on them, and we need to change that. So, what we're doing here is adding a variation roof to all of these. And granted, we still will need to come back and vary them up some more. I just wanted the blackstone and the cracked blackstone bricks to be a little bit of our guide. So I wanted those to be on every roof for continuity. Then I'm going to come in, I'm going to add some actual cracks and some tears and some openings, some chimneys, different palettes of blocks, just to give it all of those textures that I really enjoy in this game here. So I think it's going to work out pretty damn well. I'm not too worried about it. I think it's going to work. And that is great news for us because we have many of these roofs to go. And as you can still guess, we need more houses. I thought this would be enough, and it is for a quaint little town, but this needs to be a bustling town, hidden and enshrouded in the forest, and so far, I'm not pulling that off. Also, the whole forest issue at the moment is very difficult because the amount of leaves that I need is simply ridiculous. I think I could do an entire one with simply cutting leaves and cutting logs so that we can actually get the amount of resources we need. Keep in mind, we still need the resources to build 10 of those mega trees, not to mention all the rest of the forest. This is going to take some serious freaking resource grinding that probably is not going to happen today, to be completely honest. here we are, chopping a lot of trees again because, golly, we need so many. Not just dark oak, but we also need a metric ton of jungle logs to make most of our trees. Now, we are going to have a lot of different color stems in here because I think it is nice. I think it looks pretty good. And I think it actually makes some kind of sense to me as well. So we need to do that in order to make sure we are good. We need so many trees to fill up this whole area. And although they are large trees, and I kind of want to go even larger in some areas of here, they do still require a lot of them to fill up the entire space. Obviously, we can go through and we can do the small ones and everything to get it up to pace, but the big ones and then the super big ones are always something that we need to consider. So, just bear that in mind with regards to resources. I don't know how people do it. Like, this is an absolute filthy amount of resources that we need for these. And for some reason, I always choose resources that are kind of awful to get, even though I am currently using all of the blocks in this particular build. I feel like it has been a weird choice. For some reason, mangrove leaves, which not that difficult to get, but the trees are kind of annoying. So we're going to need like a redwood section just to use all of their trunks, because if we don't, I don't know how to make it work, really. And I really like the idea, though, of just having a tree of each different type kind of like sprawled around. Because in nature, right, you wouldn't just have one color trunk. You would have a lot of different colors. Probably like whites, browns, blacks, grays, reds, maybe yellows and oranges as well. A lot of different colors of the leaves, the branches, and the trunks of the trees. And even some like shades of greens and blues due to like algae or moss in the trees as well. So it's all things that we need to consider, because I don't want to just do a one type. I'd like to try to have like different areas all around our base here that allow us to really hone in on that. I think that's what we will achieve, or we're going to try anyway. So here we are just outlining our path with a little bit of light and a little bit of leaves. I play on fast graphics specifically so that I cannot see through the leaves, because I just want to be able to have the light without having to ruin my immersion. And this is one of the ways we get through with not putting torches as one of our rules. I really just don't like torches. They look so bad, and if you can have a decorative area such as this, then I feel like you're doing really, really well. So, let's get on into our next time lapse here. We're going to speed it up real fast, because we have a lot of things still to get done in this episode. So, let's go. Pardon your interruption, but I felt the need to do a organization supercut, because golly, we have way too much freaking stuff, and we have issues at putting it into where it actually needs to be. So, supercut in the middle of the time lapse, randomly go. I found out something tragic, something horrible, something that was going to happen at some point in time, and I just hoped that it wouldn't be so soon. They fixed the string duplication glitch. You see me trying here, my ass off, and nothing. Can't get it to work. This one was working perfectly fine, and somehow they snuck in a fix before my very eyes, and that makes me so sad, because guess what? This is how we got all of our emeralds. So now that this exploit is taken out of the game, we're gonna have to find a new and easier way that we can get emeralds still in mass quantities. I'm thinking at the moment the easiest way to do that is to simply use pumpkins or melons, because they can be automated. If we don't use that, we have to use wheat, which can be kind of automated, but it's still very, very slow. And I really don't know other ways of getting emeralds. I know that you can like trade for the glass from the librarians and then take the glass, make it into glass panes, and sell the glass panes for emeralds. I know you can do that, but that does not sound very automated. And it seems like I will even have to trade more to get the emeralds that I need versus any other method that I can think of. Raid farms have been nerfed into the ground, so I can't really do that. Like, yes, it would still work, but no, that's not something I'm going to be doing, especially in totemless. Raid farms spook me out, because if you build them wrong, guess what? You're done. You're dead. The Vex get you. They come out the woodwork and they get you. It's real bad. So we're gonna have to really think about this. What ways we can get emeralds? I'll have to look up the whole list because I'm not entirely sure off the top of my head. But I know that there are just so many ways of getting emeralds. There's like 18 or 16 different types of villagers or whatever. So there's gotta be good ways to get emeralds. That still involves like trading for it. But I don't know what that is yet. So we're really gonna have to deal with that. And as soon as our string supply is gone here, there's really no reason for me to have any of the fishermen villagers here, to be completely honest. We'll want to replace them all with farmers if we choose that route, or librarians if we choose maybe a paper route. We're gonna have to choose some other type of villagers, and I guess maybe the fishermen can stay just as like an homage, and we'll build like a little like a boat dock or something off the side of the island with some like glass fog or something. Could be kind of cool. I don't really want to dispatch of them because we've had them since the start of this world, and they have allowed me to very, very easily get a lot of emerald. I thought it would be endless, but alas, all things must come to an end at some point. So it gives me a reason to try to build a boat dock. I've never built a boat dock in Minecraft at all. And I don't know, maybe I'd put a couple like dinghies or boats or rafts or something off the side of it. I'm not sure. But the fog idea does sound pretty freaking cool, so I kind of want to do that. I don't know. We'll find out. I think it will be valuable, though, because these lads need to get moved. We just cannot support them in that particular area, and that is a crying shame because they were so good to us. They really were so good to us. Oh well. In other random news that I have for you guys today, we will be starting ourselves a new series. So, what does that mean? Well, that means that this series will only come out twice a month, and the new series will come out twice a month until I finish it, I believe. I have started playing Vault Hunters. It is super fun. I have put so many hours into it already, probably like 20 or 30. I mean, that's not a super lot, but it is like quite a bit. Like, I've been spending all of my free time on that game, honestly. And I've been having a load of fun with it because it's just unique and different and something that I don't quite get to do all the time with regards to Minecraft. Get to loot and hunt and try to experience things and do some weird farming and all stuff that I don't typically do in the Minecraft. So I think that'll be cool. Obviously, we'll do a little building in there, but most of the gameplay is going to revolve around actually doing the vaults and not really the building aspect of it. Whereas this world will completely, obviously, revolve around the building aspect, because that is also something that I very much enjoy doing. But, yeah, good announcement, right? And now we just need a metric ton of stone so that we can start our forgotten castle here in the background. This is meant to be like a ruined city, ruined castle type of build. And we're going to start with a large foundation of just stone. And then obviously we'll go back and we'll weather it quite a bit after the fact. I just kind of wanted to get the shape first before we did anything. And I think that's going to work out quite well. So, we got a little bit left. I think we need to jump in to another quick time lapse. Fantastic. I know it was just a little one, but nevertheless, very, very good and something enjoyable. What we doing? What? Jesus. Can I talk? Please. Okay. What we are doing right this second is we are trying to figure out a way to add a little bit of a graveyard slash like place where you remember people here outside the church. These are dedicated things via the village people. Jesus, I cannot speak today. These are dedicated things via the village people, and they have a remembrance for all of those who've been lost in this village. Basically, you can come over, light a candle over here, and into one of the shrines to honor your fallen ancestors or their fallen ancestors from the village here. That would be a really cool idea, and it's kind of weird. We're using weird colors, but I think it's going to work just fine. Here we have a nice little pathway with our quartz brick outlined in some basalt. I think it looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it, and just to kind of give you a walkway inside the church grounds here so that you're not getting lost. You're not trying to find a way. And this was me trying to figure out what blocks go here, because I didn't leave myself a whole lot of options between the stone brick and the blackstone chiseled and the basalt and the quartz bricks. But I ended up going with the coarse dirt here for our primary block, and I think it looks really, really good. And even added in some strips of podzol, because I feel they are right next to a graveyard, so there probably would be some dead patches in the ground somewhere. And I think that will end up looking really, really good. Just little hints of podzol mixed in. We got our pathway, and it's going to be lined with candles and little memoriams for the fallen. And we're doing it in like lightning patterns or Harry Potter scar patterns, but either way, I think it looks pretty good and adds a lot. Little bit, but adds a lot. That's it's pretty much my whole life in this world. I think it works out wonderful. But as always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it greatly. And it's been a minute since I have said it, but if you enjoyed it, please subscribe.